Hello and welcome to day 4 of my 30-day video challenge. I'm really excited for today's topic because I'm going to talk about love and being in love and to me at least what love means and how we stay in love and enjoy relationships and make them last, because goodness, that's been a lesson and a journey in and of itself. And I've always loved love. I've loved being in love. I love relationships. I've had a lot of them, and yet I had to learn a lot to have one that lasts. That's what we all want, is a relationship that lasts, or at least a lot of us want. Maybe you don't want a relationship that lasts, but anyways, if you do, I think I've learned some things, at least for myself, that have helped to have a relationship that lasts. Michael and I just celebrated being together for 3.5 years, and we've known each other for 6.5 years or so already, and I love what we are doing together, the fact that we're a team, that we practice loving each other every day and often, and that we always want to learn and grow our love and be able to be more understanding and be more considerate and give more to the other person. And it's taken a lot to get to that, because it was always easy before to be really in love and have it seem really good, and then start to blame and start to get down about the person and complain and focus on them differently. And there's about 5 or 6 things that I learned that helped me to be better at being in love. And I got over, as Michael and I progressed through our relationship, having a time where I didn't quite understand and see the existence of love. And the reason I say see the existence of it is we tend to think that love is like, I'm so in love with you and you're perfect and you're everything I want you to be. And that's not actually necessarily what love is. Love is actually an understanding, compassion, wanting to serve, not wanting to get anything from the person, operating with mutual interest. And so the first thing that I learned is that it's always best to understand first. When you think about understanding, if you're going to ask to be understood, you're asking someone to stand under you. When you understand, you're standing under being there in a way of support, to listen, to let somebody express, emote, whatever it is that they need to do. So it's always to do your best to understand first, because it can be easy to jump to conclusions and blame, and we get so caught up in what instead of why. This is the next thing to think about. If someone's behaving or doing something that's hard for you to accept or work with, it's like, well, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? What do they want? And are they trying to find an expression of love? And if they are, ask those questions, which is the next thing to do. Instead of deciding you mean this, challenging someone, blaming them, ask questions. How are you feeling? What do you need right now? What's going on? Is there something I can do? When someone is having a hard time and they are, sharing their feelings and expressions in a way that might be a little elevated or, maybe not as considerate as we want it to be, sometimes instead of pointing out why someone's right or wrong, we need to look to understand, okay? And don't expect perfection, because we all are always growing, and so even those people that we fantasize, like, oh, a relationship would be perfect with them, like, what are they really like? Who do they consider? Because if someone is making a goal in their life to love you better, and that they want to be in love with you, then instead of looking for this, they've got to be a certain way all the time, maybe give them a little understanding. Understand that they were raised in a world that isn't perfect, in a system that isn't perfect. They've got emotions, they've got concerns, they know what some of them are, they don't know what some of them are. They've got beliefs, and usually they just want to make you happy, and they're afraid of being out of favor with you. So, it's not about it's just not what it's not. It's about giving a little bit more space, asking more questions, and being loving. And then having interactions that are of mutual interest, because so oftentimes we want to get what we want to get, or we want things to be a certain way. And mutual interest is like, hey, what makes them happy? Instead of like, oh, I am or I'm not getting what I want, what makes the other person happy? And the last one I have here is to be compassionate and be kind. Always try to be kind, try to be gentle in your words, make it a point, look for what's great about them, because when you realize, like I did, that someone just really wants to love you, and everything that I was so caught up in, for me, was their expression of love, and just understanding that patience and giving someone a break, remembering that those moments are impermanent, things are always changing, there's always a dynamic, there's more going on than meets the eye, and when we can lend that understanding, I think we can really be in love and continue to work in love and enjoy love. And I know that I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it, I'm loving enjoying it here. Look at this beautiful boat going out right here. So we've got like good stuff going on here, loving life, loving each other, and it's come from that practice of really being loved. So hopefully you're enjoying the beautiful views here with me. I appreciate you being here for day 4, and we will see you for day 5 tomorrow.